Hi everyone, Miss Debbie here. Thanks for coming by tonight. I'm at the library, but it is bedtime. Uh, and here we have our bedtime stories. So, how was your day? I hope you're tucking in and maybe already have your jammies on and maybe already brushed your teeth and just ready to snuggle and listen to a few good stories. Well, I do, and I have some Halloween stories for tonight. So that maybe won't put you to sleep, but it'll still be a good story time. So let's start our little program. Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you today? I hope you had a wonderful day. Every day should be wonderful, full of playing and learning and eating yummy foods and getting a lot of hugs from people you love. And what else? What else is fun to do during your day? Um, Come to the library. I love being a librarian because I can be in a library every day and so many books. So so many stories. And check us out because we have a lot of new stories. So let's do Thumpkin. Thumpkin, you can do all tucked up in your bed, right? Hands up, fists closed in your lap. Where is Thumpkin? Where is Thumpkin? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Run away. What's our next finger called? If you said pointer, you're absolutely correct because you point with pointer finger. Where is Pointer? Where is Pointer? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Run away. Where is Tall Lady? Where is Tall Lady? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, ma'am? Very well, I thank you. Stride away. Stride away. Where is Ringman? Where is Ringman? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Run away. Where is Pinky? Where is Pinky? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, dude? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Run away. Well, what did you do today? Did you maybe go visit grandma, or did you get dropped off at daycare or preschool, or maybe you had a play date with a friend, the babysitter? This song is for you. Sometimes my mommy takes me over to my friend's house to play. Sometimes she's gone a little while, and sometimes she's gone all day. But my mommy comes back, my mommy comes back, my mommy comes back to get me. My mommy comes back, she always comes back, she never would forget me. I like that song. It makes me feel good too if I have to drop my baby off somewhere. Our story today is The Halloweener, and written by Dave Pilkey, illustrated by Dave Pilkey, and published by the Blue Sky Press. The Halloweener. Um, it's the story of a little dog who's a dachshund, and that's what a dachshund looks like. Little wiener dog looks like a hot dog. Now, as you listen to the story and look at the pictures, I want you to keep an eye out for the two ornery cats in all of the pictures. Look at how beautiful those leaves are. This is our time of year that we enjoy so much. Autumn, where the leaves turn color and fall to the ground and make crunchy noises when you walk. There once was a dog named Oscar who was half a dog tall and 1.5 dogs long. Because of his unusual shape and size, all the other dogs made fun of him. Wiener dog, they called him. And Oscar did not like it one bit. Nobody likes to be called names. Oscar's mother was no help either. Every morning when the dogs walked off to obedience school, Oscar's mother stood in the front yard waving and calling out, "Farewell, my little Vienna sausage." And the other dogs laughed and laughed. Who else is laughing behind the bushes? Those ornery cats. Most of the time, Oscar was upset by all of this, but not today. Today was Halloween, and Oscar was thinking about other things. All day long at obedience school, Oscar daydreamed about Halloween night, trick-or-treats, and scary costumes. Look who's looking in the window. There's Oscar daydreaming. When Oscar got home, he dashed upstairs to start working on his scary Halloween costume. But when he got to his room, a surprise was waiting for him. Here he is, dashing upstairs. "Happy Halloween, my little sausage link," said Oscar's mother. "I've made you a costume to wear for trick-or-treats." When Oscar saw the costume, he nearly fainted. It was a giant hot dog bun, complete with mustard. And guess who was supposed to fit in the middle? Oscar did not want to hurt his mother's feelings, so he decided to wear the silly costume. That night, all the dogs on the block gathered to show off their costumes. Everyone was looking quite scary. Then Oscar showed up, looking quite frank. When the dogs saw Oscar in his silly costume, they howled with laughter. "Look at Oscar," they cried. "He really is a wiener dog." Poor Oscar was so embarrassed. Wiener dog," laughed the other dogs as they ran off to go trick-or-treating. Oscar tried to keep up with the dogs, but his silly costume kept slowing him down. All night long, the other dogs hounded every treat they could get their paws on. How rude. So by the time Oscar got to each house, there were no treats left. Soon trick-or-treating was over, and the dogs walked home past a spooky graveyard. Suddenly, a horrible hissing sound filled the air. The dogs stopped dead in their tracks. Then, out of the graveyard rose a ghastly monster. The dogs screamed for their lives. They dropped their treats and jumped into a nearby pond. The monster moved closer. "Please don't eat us," cried the dogs. The monster yowled and hissed. "Boo-hoo-hoo," sobbed the dogs. The monster jumped up and down. "Somebody save us," shrieked the dogs. Just then, somebody showed up. It was Oscar. Because Oscar was so short, he saw something that the other dogs had not seen. "That's no monster," cried Oscar, and with a loud bark, Oscar waddled to the rescue. Oscar chomped and tugged with all his might. Then, rip! There, standing in the moonlight, were a couple of ornery cats. "Help!" cried the cats. "We're being attacked by a giant frankfurter." And they ran off screaming through the graveyard. The dogs in the pond had seen the whole thing, and now it was their turn to be embarrassed. "We've been chased into a pond by a couple of cats," they moaned. But Oscar was a true friend. He leaped into the water and swam out to the dogs. Oscar's silly costume made a wonderful life raft, and the dogs climbed up. "All aboard," Oscar called, and he doggy paddled back to shore. When they got back to dry land, all the dogs shared their Halloween treats with Oscar. Because Oscar had been so brave, the dogs changed his nickname from Wiener Dog to Hero Sandwich. And from that night on, nobody ever made fun of Oscar again. Happy Halloween. Isn't that a fun story? It is one of my favorites. And it's been around a long time. Can't wait for Halloween. Maybe I'll go trick-or-treating too. I could dress up as Miss Debbie. I do have a fancy hat. But let me know. You can come trick-or-treating at the library too. We'll have some treats for you. Come to the children's room. All right, so you're all tucked into bed. We just had a good feel-good story. And are you feeling happy? Sure. If you're happy and you know it, blow a kiss. If you're happy and you know it, blow a kiss. If you're happy and you know it, your heart will always show it. If you're happy and you know it, blow a kiss. If you're happy and you know it, give a hug to yourself or somebody else. If you're happy and you know it, give a hug. If you're happy and you know it, your heart will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, give a hug. If you're happy and you know it, wink your eye. Wink, wink. That's one eye. One eye is a wink. Two eyes is a blink. If you're happy and you know it, wink your eye. Wink, wink. If you're happy and you know it, your heart will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, wink your eye. Wink, wink. If you're happy and you know it, call out sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. If you're happy and you know it, call out sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. If you're happy and you know it, your heart will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, call out sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. Good night. And then when you're happy, you can go falling asleep right away. I love going to bed, especially if there's clean sheets and the bed has been made nice and straight. And then the sheets are cool and I can crawl into Lily White's party there and snuggle on my pillow. And if I'm feeling happy, then I can fall right asleep. So another Halloween book, not too scary, of course, because it's bedtime stories, and I don't want to scare anyone before they go to sleep. Click, Clack, Boo, A Tricky Treat. This book is by Doreen Cronin and Betsy Lewin, and it's part of a famous series that starts with Click, Clack, Moo. So come into the library and check out some of Doreen Cronin's books. Click, Clack, Boo. Again, we have the falling leaves and the acorns. Acorns come from an oak tree. And here is Farmer Brown's Farm at Night. Halloween night, there happens to be a full moon. And the bats, looks like bats are flying. You don't see too many bats anymore. Bats are an endangered species, and they do good things like eat mosquitoes. And they mind their own business. They just come out at night and do their work. Farmer Brown does not like Halloween. Humph. He's sitting there, humph. Witches give him nightmares. Pirates give him shivers. Jack-o'-lanterns flicker spooky shadows on the wall. One thing about a jack-o'-lantern, which is simply a pumpkin that's carved into a face, is when you carve it, it just smells so good. I love the smell of a jack-o'-lantern. Farmer Brown leaves a bowl of candy on the porch. He puts up a do not disturb sign. He draws the shades and locks the door. He's kind of a grumpy guy. But in the barn, the Halloween party has just begun. The cow is dressed up like a skeleton. Oh, he's standing in front of a tub of apples. That's a fun game. It's called bobbing for apples. I don't think people do that anymore. Who do you think's dressed up as ghosts? Looks like hens and chickens. And the duck is putting a witch's hat on the sheep. The pig is hanging up decorations, and the sign on the wall says, prizes. Prizes for most candy eaten. Prize for the scariest boo. Prize for the loudest scream. And prize for the best costume. I kind of vote for the cow. I like his costume. There is a crunch, crunch, crunching as the mice scurry across the field. I think the mice are dressed up as little Cinderellas. What are they crunching on? Yes, they're crunching on dried leaves. There is a creak, creak, creaking as the sheep slowly push open the barn door. They look a little scary. There is a tap, tap, tapping, and the cows go to the window to let the cats in. What do you think the cats are dressed up as? Bats, if you said bats. Farmer Brown does not like the sounds of Halloween night. He checks the lock on the door. He peeks through the window. There is a dark creature standing beneath the trees. Ooh, that's a little spooky. Can we tell what animal it is? What are you guessing, a duck or a goose? Farmer Brown runs to his room, pulls on his pajamas, and climbs under the covers. He hears the crunch, crunch, crunching of leafy footsteps heading toward the house. There is a creak, creak, creaking on the old boards of the front porch. He puts his hand to his ear. That helps you hear better sometimes. Then a tap, tap, tapping on the front door. So there's the creature, who might be a duck, is tapping a sign on the front door. Farmer Brown pulls up his covers tight. He hears quack, quack, quackle in the crisp night air. Quackle? Farmer Brown jumps out of bed. Only one thing I know goes quackle. The porch is empty. The candy bowl is gone. There is a new note on Farmer Brown's door. Halloween party at the barn. Farmer Brown runs to the barn. There is a creak, creak, creaking on the old boards of the front porch, and a crunch, crunch, crunching of leafy footsteps heading toward the barn. There is a tap, tap, tapping on the window. That's Farmer Brown tapping on the window. And the duck, dressed as Dracula, opens the door and he's holding the, the blue ribbon for best costume, which he pins on Farmer Brown. Happy Halloween. Look, Farmer Brown has got a little bit of a smile going. And what's his costume? He's in his PJs. I think that's so cute. He was so excited he ran out of bed and had his pajamas on and went to the party in his pajamas. Well, we go to Lily White's party in our pajamas. We've talked about that before. Lily White's party is another name for going to bed, and you wear your pajamas to Lily White's party. Lily White might be the sheets you're in if you have white sheets, and a lily is a white flower anyway. It's kind of old-fashioned, but it's sweet. So it is time for Lily White's party. So let's get ready for bed. This is the way we wash our face, wash our face, wash our face. This is the way we wash our face before we go to bed. This is the way we brush our teeth, brush our teeth, brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth before we go to bed. This is the way we comb our hair, comb our hair, comb our hair. This is the way we comb our hair before we go to bed. This is the way we blow a kiss, blow a kiss, blow a kiss. This is the way we blow a kiss before we go to bed. Day is done. Gone the sun from the land, from the hills, from the sky. All is well. Safely rest now. Sleep is nigh. And we talked about that word nigh, which just means near. Sleep is near. It's, again, an old-fashioned word, nigh, because it happens to rhyme in that little poem. So, you're learning your words and your culture. You know, every time I look in the sky, I see Twinkle. He's got a different name. Adults call him Sirius, the dog star. But I call him Twinkle because he's the twinkle in a star that's up there. Even when the moon is out, Twinkle is shining bright and he's twinkling. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight. Make a wish? I just made a wish. I'm going to keep it to myself. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Twinkle watches over us all night until the morning, and then he takes a little snooze and the sun comes out. By the way, the sun is a star too. It's very close to our Earth. That's why it looks bigger. So the sun comes out in the daytime and the stars come out at night. They're always there, but you just can't see them. Bye, Twinkle. We'll see you. We'll see you later. So I do have another story. Of course. That's what bedtime stories is all about. I just found this little collection in the library about Brownie and Pearl, written by Cynthia Rylant, and the pictures are by Brian Biggs. And I think these are just delicious little books. They're published by Beach Lane Books, and this book is called Hit the Hay. Brownie and Pearl hit the hay. Now, talking about your culture, hit the hay or hitting the hay is another expression for meaning going to sleep or going to bed. So animals hit the hay when they go to sleep because they're sleeping on hay. And maybe it came from a long time ago when people had mattresses that were made out of hay, not manufactured like we have today. So they would get a big sheet or sack and stuff hay into it, so it would make a cushion of softness, of comfort, rather than sleeping on a hard floor. So that's the expression where hit the hay comes from. I'm going to hit the hay now, but it's still used today. It is bedtime for Brownie and Pearl. First, Brownie has a bath. Pearl has a bath too. Do you know how cats clean themselves? They lick themselves. They lick their paw and then they bring their paw across another part of them. It seems to do the job. Brownie puts on jammies, and Pearl does not need jammies. She is already snugly in her fur. Time for a snack? Do you have a bedtime snack? I don't usually. I'll have a bedtime snack sometimes. But Pearl says, yes, please. I'll have a snack and a book. Oh, yes. Pearl likes the book about the kitty. Read it again, please. And that's a good thing. We listen to our stories over and over again. And when you have a favorite story, you can tell the story by looking at the pictures. You don't have to read the words. Most children know the words once they've heard them. Well, now it's time to hit the hay. Brownie and Pearl go upstairs. Here is Brownie's room, and here is Brownie's bed. It's a cozy bed. Brownie goes under the moon covers, and Pearl goes under the moon covers too. She has moons on her bedspread. They curl up. Happy little bed balls. Do you curl up into a ball when you go to sleep? Most people do. Nighty night, Brownie and Pearl. Sleep tight. The end. And I wish you a good night's sleep. So, go hippity hop to bed. But I'd rather stay up instead. No, when mother says must, there's nothing but just. Go hippity hop to bed. So, skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. Skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skidamarinka-dink-a-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. Cha-cha-cha. So come and see us at the library, where you can borrow all the other books about Brownie and Pearl. And there's still some Halloween books out to borrow. Like I said, come trick-or-treating. We'll have some treats for you if you come in with your costume on. So I wish you a good night's sleep and sweet dreams, and wake up to a beautiful day tomorrow. Good night.